what is happening on Minnesota Vikings Man 28, and I'm surprised I'm making another video. The Vikings, I really gotta tip my hat off to them. They trade up in the third round. They traded up with the Seahawks, and then they trade down, um, but still made in the third round with the last pick in the third round. They trade with the Ravens. And with that pick, they drafted none other than Alexander Mattison from Boise State. Now, I've heard a lot of great things from him. I mean, he, is a very determined player. He, a very physical player. If you look at his combine and compare it to Dalvin Cook, I looked at it. His 40-yard dash is only a little bit slower than Dalvin Cook. Bench press was the same. Vertical jump was better. Broad jump was a lot better. Cone drill, about the same. 20-yard shuttle, uh, sort of big difference in Mattison's favor. 60-yard shuttle, I don't know. They think they did 60-yard shuttle back then because it doesn't show Cook ran that. But a lot of it overall, Mattison did better than Cook, and Cook was drafted higher. But that's part of maybe the draft class. How big the running back draft class was for that year. So yeah, um, Alexander Mattison. As I said, from Boise State. He is 5'11", 221 pounds, 31-inch arms, 9 and eighth inch hands. If you're if you're into those type of stats, prospect grade is about 5.59, which is the chance to become an NFL starter. Most likely, he's going to be the backup to Dalvin Cook, learning under Dalvin Cook, even though Cook, hasn't really had too much experience, you know. But he could provide some leadership and help Mattison develop into his backup role. So, his player bio, I'm going to read it real quick. Mattison became the latest NFL running back to excel in Boise, earning first team All Mountain West Conference accolades in 2018. He finished in the top 10 nationally in rushes, 302, rushing yards, 1,415, and rushing touchdowns, 17, as a junior for the Broncos. In the Mountain West Championship game lost to Fresno State, he carried the ball 40 times, 200 yards, and a score. League coaches awarded him honorable mentions notice in 2017 as he covered 1,086 yards and scored it a dozen times on 212 carries, 5.1 average. In 14 games, 9 starts. Mattison contributed as a true freshman as well, playing in all 13 games. And he was part of Boise's passing game during his 3-year career, catching 60 passes for 511 yards and 1 score. And it also mentioned that high school he ran for over 2,000 yards as a junior and a senior, also winning the league titles in wrestling and the 110-meter hurdle. So yeah, very physical player. He, also catches the ball just like Dalvin does. So always good. Running backs these days pretty much now have to catch the ball. I mean, the only one that I really can think that really doesn't do that is Adrian. Strengths of Mattison: he's a determined runner who can carry lively legs deep into games, which can be very, very important in case of in a close game. Averaged 30 carries per game over Final 5 in 2018 and thrived. Um, any other ones? Outstanding hands out of backfield. Um, finds additional power at his finisher near the goal line. So, always, anybody who could, if you can score, That's great. Let's just go weaknesses real quick. Uh, Prolonged open field cuts. Does not appear to have a breakaway gear. That's only downside maybe. And he had just 9 carries and up 15 plus yards in 2018. I'm not too worried about that. And you know, and needs improvement as a blocker. Yeah, I mean, especially with our O-line need for O-line help, you know, which we have gotten with our offensive lineman, Garrett Bradbury, and our tight end. So I don't really think, blocking is going to be the huge thing, but, nah. Okay, that is it for Alexander Mattison. I will so many more picks for tomorrow and day 3. Got rounds 4 through 7, going through all of those picks that the Vikings will do. Yeah. Okay. This has been Minnesota Vikings Man 28, and as always, Skull.